Hi, Justin Nebulous here. Welcome back to the channel. Or welcome if you're new. Either way, we're getting into season 2 of Buffy today, starting of course with the first episode. Now there are some questions lingering from the last episode, from the finale. For example, how exactly did Buffy come back stronger? Is that something that's going to be explained more? I would like to know more about that. If it was just she died and it just did something good for her and helped her face her fear, because I guess part of it could simply be, and I was kind of wondering about this, is that if when she faced the master the first time she expected to die, so it was kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. The second time she had already died, so it removed the fear of that, so she could just fight him and know that she could succeed. So it might just be that. Or there might be some more supernatural type of deal to go with it that will be explained further later. I imagine the Master won't be coming back because he did turn to bones, but hey, you never know, he could. I imagine the Anointed won't be a huge feature moving forward. Maybe in this season he might, but the simple fact is the kid, at least if they keep the kid, they won't be able to keep the same kid cast because he's supposed to be a vampire child and he's going to age and that would not make sense within the show because he's supposed to be a vampire. So my guess is the Anointed isn't going to be a major element moving forward. So we're probably going to have to get a new main antagonist, which, kind of makes me sad because the Master, he was never really menacing to me. He wasn't particularly scary. But he was entertaining. I enjoyed him. I enjoyed him very much sometimes. Even if maybe he wasn't supposed to be funny when I laughed. He was supposed to be funny sometimes, and I did laugh at those too. But I also laughed at him when he wasn't intending to be funny, just because he was just kind of ridiculous, and in a really fun way. It was like the actor really just decided to have fun with the role, and that's always really something that you can kind of sense when an actor's really enjoying what they're doing, and it makes you like what they're doing, even if they're a villain, they're supposed to be scary and they're not, but if they're really into it, you just, when a thespian is super thespianing all over the place, it's always fun. So even if it's not fun in the way that they want it to be fun, it's still fun. Yeah, so there are just certain questions that I would like to see answered moving forward, but otherwise I'm just really interested to see what the new season brings, because I know that after the first season they didn't have much of a budget to kind of realize what they were going for. So, a lot of times the special effects weren't 100% great. Granted, this was also like 25 years ago or however old the show is. So special effects wouldn't be great by today's standards anyway, but even by those standards, some of the special effects were lacking. But that's just budget. Overall, the writing was great for most of the episodes. The writing was excellent. The acting was wonderful. I was particularly impressed with the girls in the finale finale episode. Very impressed with both Sarah Michelle Gellar and I think it's Allison Hannigan. You'd think I've seen the intro sequence so many times I'd remember their names easily, but I don't. That's not what I do. I remember faces, not names. So I was really impressed with what they brought to the finale and how they were able to really capture a lot of the heavy and sad and just really the broken aspects of what was going on in their character's journey at that point. Because it was quite sad. It was very depressing for the first half of the episode. And then, of course, they started kicking ass and it got exciting and all that good stuff. But for a good portion of the finale, it was very heavy emotionally. And I enjoyed it, but I'm glad they popped in a little bit of levity here and there. Otherwise, it would have been too much. It would have been too heavy. Particularly since it was a bit of a tone shift from previous episodes. Which is interesting because I even did mention it. I remember in one of the intros to one of my videos, I think maybe like the 10th episode, maybe, I did talk about how, she gets a raw deal. She really does. The Slayer does. It's a young girl, and she has to go off and fight all these monsters, and then she dies early, and then that's that. Then a new Slayer comes. It's a really raw deal. And then the Watcher has to watch the whole thing happen. So both of those roles are really difficult. But it's particularly hard for the Slayer, of course, because they're the one who has to do all those things and then die very early, very young. Even if not as young as Buffy thought she was going to die. And she did die, but she didn't die forever. She came back. But even if they don't die when they're 16, they're still not going to live very long. I doubt Slayers live a long, full life. That's not how that goes. So yeah, I did talk about that a bit in one of my intros, and then they really talked about it in the finale, which I do like. I like that they explicitly drew attention to what was kind of alluded to throughout the season about how shit of a deal it is to be a Slayer, but I like that they, brought it to the forefront and really talked about it. I like that a lot. I think that was a really good choice. And I'm still babbling. We're in this for 7 minutes. I need to stop talking and get to the episode because Jesus. All right. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, you can always leave me a like or a comment. It's much appreciated. You can check out the membership plan here on YouTube if you want the early access to the videos, or you can check out the Patreon if you want the uncut access to the full reactions. Okay, let's get into it.
You're dead.
I may be dead, but I'm still pretty.
And my dress is spotless, for no apparent reason.
I'm actually looking forward to school starting up again.
Anything to do with a certain girl we both know who is a vampire slayer?
Please, I'm so over her. Did she mention when she might be getting back?
Yeah, so over.
Cinder?
Let me get that for you.
Cinder!
Oh, they're actually flirting. This is weird. Really? Is he starting to feel a little something? Walk away from it. I don't think it's a good idea to start this. Yeah. Oh, hello. Well, it wasn't a good idea anyway, but I don't think that's what should be. Angel, maybe? Oh no, Buffy showed up. Okay, cool.
Hi, guys. Miss me?
Yes, we did. Everyone did, including me. I'm glad that they kept this intro song, because I really do like the theme song. It's cool.
Well, you haven't lost your touch. That vampire.
I did kind of wail on him, didn't I?
He needed it.
Our biggest excitement was burying the master.
Giles buried the bones, and we poured holy water, and...
I think you should have dissolved the bones in acid. That's my opinion.
Man, I'm really glad you're back.
Me too.
Do you have weird feelings about the Masters?
Did she manage to stay out of trouble in LA?
She did, yeah. She was just, I don't know, distant. There was no connection. At least when she was burning stuff down, I knew what to say.
I haven't been able to get through to her for so long.
I like their relationship.
I'll just be happy.
I really do. I think that they're having a very mature and open parental team going on there. And that's awesome for a divorced couple.
No one has suffered like I have suffered. Of course, I think that kind of adversity builds character.
Let's hope.
One day the campus is
Giles.
completely bare. The next, there are children everywhere.
It's almost like they belong here.
The school's principal was not perhaps your true vocation.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to keep an eye on them. The boy turns into a gibbering fool.
Speaking of, her hair's cute.
Hello?
See the way these kids gaze at each other?
Yes! I approve. I approve of this. I like that development, because I really do like Miss Calendar, whatever her first name is.
Raves, naked mud dances. You would have just
Hated it.
hated it with a fiery passion.
And you probably spent all summer with your nose in a book.
I suppose you consider that frightfully dull.
Depends on the book.
I like the flirting. Let's keep that up. Let's do that.
G-Man, what's up?
Nice to see you, and don't ever call me that.
I like G-Man. I think it's cute.
How are you?
Live and kicking.
I wonder if they're here for any purpose, particularly.
You're the Watcher. I just work here.
Wonder what's up with Buffy. She is acting odd. Wonder if dying and coming back did some things for her that weren't great, or if it was just, I don't know. Definitely something different about it. Different about her. Seems pretty feisty right now. Yeah, she's
Buffy.
Now they need a new training dummy.
Whatever they got coming next, I'm ready.
Yeah, she's not okay. She's not doing okay. Oh, hello.
Despair is for the living. Where they are weak, we will be strong. We will put our faith in him.
Again?
He will show us the way.
So we've got a vampire preacher and we still have the anointed. Which I still don't think they can keep that kid very long because he's going to start aging and it's going to be inexplicable.
What'd you do last night?
Slept. I had weird dreams.
It wasn't Xander. In fact, it wasn't me.
Did they ever talk about the fact that they almost kissed?
I've killed you once. It shouldn't be too difficult to do it again.
Oh, she's dreaming. Yeah, I definitely don't like that. Yeah.
Hello?
Mind if I come in?
Don't be creepy.
Be my guest.
Meaning watching her sleep. That's creepy. I still like seeing him, though.
So let me guess, that means grave danger.
Yup. Most likely.
You don't sound too concerned.
I can handle myself.
I think she's a little jaded here.
Is that it? Because you woke me up from a really good dream.
I missed you.
I missed you.
Aww. Aww. What's up with you, Buffy? You're kind of holding people at a distance. Cute top.
Is there the slightest chance that if I asked you what was wrong, you would tell me?
I wish you would.
Of course not. Take the fun out of guessing.
I can't wait for her mom to know. That's like the big thing I'm waiting for in this show. Because I've never understood the idea of to protect people, we keep them in the dark. It doesn't make sense to me. It never has.
Remember prom night? With all the vampires.
Your mouth is open. Sound is coming from it. This is never good. So, your secret's safe with me.
Well, that's good.
You won't tell anyone that I'm the Slayer, and I won't tell anyone you're a moron.
Oh.
Now that was a good insult.
Yeah, it was.
A little too good.
A little harsh, even though, I mean, Cordia doesn't not deserve it. Oh, she's cute. She's just a tiny little thing. Look at her.
Well, Buffy's always been different.
She's never been mean.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't do it, honey.
You got something on your nose.
Don't do this to yourself, sweetheart. You're not the belle of the ball with him when she's around, and that's something she needs to accept. She needs to accept that Xander's probably a lost cause, and she needs to move on. This is why we put the bones in acid, because they could do something with them.
Don't just stand there. Dig. We have to hurry.
Well, I don't see you picking up a shovel. I like that because they have all the fake nails on it. They can't.
The ground is consecrated. It burns.
Dig.
This is why we don't do this. We should put lye over the bones or something. Cute shoes. Too short of a skirt, but I like it.
I can't help thinking I've done something to make you angry.
No, she's just angry, period.
Could you contemplate getting over yourself for a second?
Yeah, what's wrong with her?
I moved on. To the living.
Oh, mean. Yep, she's mean. Why is she acting like Cordelia? I don't like it.
Let's dance.
Okay, I don't like it. I don't like it. What? Is this like a normal hormonal thing and like a reaction to trauma and weirdness? Or is it like a supernatural paranormal explanation to what's going on here? I hope so, because I don't like the idea of Buffy being mean. I don't like it. She's always been very sweet. And right now she's doing something to hurt Willow, and I don't like it. And it's mean to Xander, too, because she doesn't actually feel anything for him. This is just a thing she's doing. And it's going to confuse him. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And to hurt him as well. There's that. Mostly it's sad that she's hurting Willow. That's what's really hurting me. Oh, man.
Did I ever thank you for saving my life?
Well, this is sufficient thank you. Now walk away from him. Ugh, I'm so uncomfortable. I'm feeling sad.
I would.
That was hurtful to everybody.
You're really campaigning for Bitch of the Year, aren't you?
Yep. A little bit.
As defending champion, you're nervous?
Get over it.
Excuse me?
Because pretty soon you're not going to even have the loser friends you've got now. Nighty-night. I'll just see if Angel feels like dancing.
Oh, just when I was starting to feel like I liked Cordelia. Of course. That was good advice she gave, and Buffy needed to hear it.
Miss Calendar?
Really? Oh, I don't like that.
Calendar?
She better not be dead. I like her and Giles too much for that to happen. That's why we should have destroyed the bones. Oh. See, it's hard to tell if that's like paranormal, if that's more like a PTSD thing.
That she may be very attracted to me? She's possessed.
I think we're all a little too old to be spelling things out.
A bitka?
I suggest that the explanation for her behavior may be something, well, more mundane.
Yeah, she died in it.
Well, she was, for at least a few minutes, technically dead.
Master's gone. I went by his grave last night, and they have a vacancy.
Some things I can just smell. It's like a sixth sense.
No, actually, that would be one of the 5.
Giles said it for me.
You really have faith in those kids, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Weird.
Yeah, it's a foreign concept to him.
Come to the bronze before it opens, or we make her a meal.
They're gonna cook her dinner?
Ah, pretend I didn't say that.
Xander.
I can't look after the 3 of you guys while I'm fighting.
That's not how it works.
I can handle this.
Stop saying that. God, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, you need to deal with the fact that you died, girl. I like that they're addressing that that would be traumatic and that people do behave differently after trauma, but I'm not enjoying it.
You're a vampire. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that an offensive term? Should I say undead American?
You have to trust someone. You can't do this alone.
Think you can take me?
Are you really going to fight him right now?
What would happen if it ever came down to a fight?
You already fought him once.
Well, why don't we find out? Kick my ass.
I kind of feel like maybe she has a death wish. It almost feels like she does have a death wish. It's almost what it feels like. And she's convinced herself otherwise, but I almost feel like that's what it is.
You're right. Why would they send just one?
The person or persons who were with him...
He's after those guys. These guys.
It is a trap.
But it's for you guys. Oh no.
It just isn't for her.
Oh no. And are you going to face the fact that you still care about them even though you're dealing with your issues? Oh man. Tore up Giles's library.
Where are the others?
I don't know.
Why'd they leave him?
If you'd worked with us for 5 seconds, you could have stopped this.
True. It's probably not helpful to say, but
If they hurt Willow, I'll kill you.
good luck with that one, Xander.
How are we gonna pass the time till then?
Ooh. Torture. Her ruthlessness is useful during those types of moments, but, not liking it.
Witnesses to our master's wretched demise.
You mispronounced pathetic. Pathetic demise, because he's pathetic.
We need you to distract the vampires.
Walk up and start punching.
I'm gonna kill them all.
Yeah.
That ought to distract her.
I like that reaction. That was great. How about you, like, kick his bones and, like, make him break the damn bones? And even if he comes back, he'll have a broken bone. Just screw him. Oh, nifty, nifty. I want to say the choreography seems a little improved. He's got his game face on. Oh, ow.
Where's Buffy?
She's working out her issues.
Let's hope. Yeah, none of that. Not to him anyway. Why, do you have Mjolnir? What's going on there?
I'll grind you into a sticky paste before I smash in your face.
Are you gonna kill me, or are we just making small talk?
Nice. Oh, so fire does it too? Good to know, good to know. Do you feel better? Acid would work just as well, but if it'll help you to smash his bones up, if it'll do something good for you psychologically, then get to it, girl. Get to smashing. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I'm getting teary. Yeah, even though I didn't enjoy seeing her be a bitch to everybody, I'm glad that they addressed that what she went through would have been difficult.
Yeah, that's the worst part of being hung upside down by a vampire who wants to slit your throat. The stains.
I hear you.
I don't think you do. I don't think you hear anything but the sound of your own voice most of the time.
Punishing yourself like this is pointless.
It's entirely pointy. I was a moron.
That was hardly the worst mistake you'll ever make. It wasn't quite as comforting as it was meant to be.
Points for effort.
No. I do like their relationship a lot. Oh, is she wearing a different type of cross right now? It doesn't look like the one that he gave her.
We saved you a seat.
See, they forgive you.
Well, we could grind our enemies into talcum powder with a sledgehammer, but gosh, we did that last night.
They get it. They forgive you. I really do appreciate that they addressed that. As unpleasant as it was at some points, that experience would mess with your head. And then she was stuck all summer with her dad, which he didn't know about it, so there was nobody around her that she could even talk to about it, really. So it makes sense that she kind of suppressed it and ignored it until it manifested in some pretty nasty ways. Do not pick up that bone and do something with it, you little snot.
I hate that girl.
Well, you probably still think girls are icky, don't you? That was unexpected, but I still really enjoyed it because I appreciate that they brought in the fact that, like I said several times during the reaction, I appreciate that they addressed that what she went through was traumatic and that trauma can make people act in really unpleasant ways sometimes. I also really enjoyed the fact that Cordelia stepped up a little bit in terms of being more insightful and aware and having some awareness of other people. She generally doesn't. Usually that kind of thing just goes right over her head. She doesn't care about other people. That's not who she is. But this does seem to be the beginning of some awareness about other people and kind of giving a crap a little bit about people, which is a good sign. So if Cordelia wants to continue on this path of growing as a person, I will support it. It's not going to say that I like her. I still don't like her. But I am open to liking her later. We'll say it that way. Because I have had some comments that I do consider somewhat spoilerish in reference to Cordelia. Because they said, oh, you'll grow to love her later. Which tells me that she has a character arc that involves redemption. Which is not something I needed to know on episode 2 or 3. Which is when that comment was made. So just in general, guys, I love comments, but please do not give me character arcs or anything else that's like spoiler, any type of spoiler like that. I consider information about character arcs to be spoilers. I don't want any more information than you had at the time when you were watching this particular spot in the show. Okay? I don't want any more foreknowledge than what you had at the time. Okay? So please don't give it to me. It's not what I want. I'm not interested. And I really don't want to have to mute your comments. I wouldn't mute all the comments or anything like that. But if you do leave spoiler comments and it's bad enough, I will mute you from commenting again. And I don't want to do that. I love talking to you guys. It's one of my favorite things about doing this is being able to discuss the show with people. Would you stop being noisy? I'm trying to record. Someone's out there with a motorcycle. I hope they haven't been revving the whole damn time. I did hear him a few times, so hopefully it hasn't been constant and screwing up my audio. That would be fun. But anyway, yeah, that was a really unexpected but good episode. It really was. It just wasn't what I expected. But hey, this show does that. It does kind of throw your expectations a lot of the time anyway. So, and the ending was so funny. I really hate that girl. Alright, so if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like or a comment. I really appreciate that. It helps me out. And if you want to check out the Patreon, you can get the full reactions, get them early, and you can also check out the membership plan here on YouTube, where you can get early access to the edited videos. And I do appreciate that support from both of those places, from both of those avenues. It's very appreciated. It means a lot to me that you guys, like the content enough and like me enough to want to support me in what I'm doing here. It does mean a lot to me. So thank you for that. And I hope to see you in the next video. I'm Jessie Nebulous. Bye!